Right, I'm going to discuss the answers for the 3 questions that you are supposed to attempt last week. Right, let me just read the question for you. Write an equation for the oxidation of each alcohol. Use bracket O above the arrow to indicate an oxidizing agent. If no reaction occurs, write no reaction after the arrow. The first alcohol. Right, the first alcohol is a primary alcohol or a 1 degree alcohol. It is called butane 1-ol. Okay, this is butane 1-ol. It is a 1 degree alcohol. Now, how do I know that this is a 1 degree alcohol? You have to look at the hydroxy group that is attached to the carbon atom. You'll find that the carbon atom that is attached to the hydroxy group, the OH group, is attached to 1 carbon, right? So that is why it is a 1 degree alcohol. That is to say that the number of carbon atoms that's attached to the carbon that is attached to the hydroxy group tells you the degree of the alcohol. So this is a 1 degree alcohol because there's only 1 carbon attached to the carbon that is attached to the hydroxy group. Okay? So butane 1-ol, which is a primary alcohol or a 1 degree alcohol, will oxidize in the presence of an oxidizing agent, an acidified oxidizing agent such as potassium dichromate or potassium permanganate will cause the alcohol to change into an aldehyde. Yes, this aldehyde is called butane 1-al, okay? Butanal. So this is the aldehyde functional group, the COH functional group. Okay, the C double bond OH is the aldehyde functional group. So that is the answer. This is the answer for question 1. Okay, this alcohol will undergo oxidation. What about the second one? The second alcohol. Now let's look for the hydroxy group. The hydroxy group is attached to the carbon. But this time, the carbon that is attached to the hydroxy group is attached to 3 other carbons. Can you see? The carbon that is attached to the hydroxy group is attached to 3 other carbons. And that is why it is a tertiary alcohol or a 3 degree alcohol. Okay, it's a 3 degree alcohol. So, will oxidation occur for 3 degree alcohols? No. Okay, oxidation will not occur for 3 degree alcohol or tertiary alcohol. So, no oxidation occurs. The last answer, okay, question 3. Oh, by the way, I forgot to name this. The name of this alcohol is 2-methyl, because we look for the longest chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the parent chain is butanol. Since the hydroxy group is attached to the second carbon, so it is butane 2-ol. That is the parent chain. What about the methyl group? Okay, this is not part of the parent chain. This is a branch chain. This is an alkyl group. Okay, so it is methyl. It is on the second carbon of the parent chain. So that is why it is named as the name for the alcohol will be 2-methyl butane 2-ol. Question 3. Right, let's look for the hydroxy group. Hydroxy group is attached to the C, and this C is attached to 2 other carbons, right? So this is a 2 degree alcohol or a secondary alcohol. Okay, what is the name for this alcohol? Let's look for the parent chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexanol. So since the hydroxy group is attached to the second carbon, right? It is hexane 2-ol. Hexane 2-ol. Okay, hexane 2-ol. Hexane 2-ol is a secondary alcohol, so it is able to be oxidized in the presence of an oxidizing agent to form a ketone. Okay, for secondary alcohols, after oxidation, they will turn into a ketone. So that is a ketone functional group. You can see C double bond O. Okay, C double bond O, the carbonyl group. This is a ketone functional group. So the name for this ketone will be hexane 2-ol. Okay, hexane 2-ol. Okay, because the C double bond O is attached to the second carbon of the parent chain.